well, straight to the point. There's a lot of waiting going on. Now, let me take a look here at the YouTube, because I've already seen paiN run a strategy on vertical. Oh, this is different. This is straight out hut. This is not the same strat they ran last time.
Techno, what you got for us? A quick headshot, and another one between the eyes for him. Score, light on bullets. One is all he needs, as he does get a fresh clip. Reload, looking for a third, run down, and
trade. Oh.
Trade. PKL, the last man standing, as there was just a full bare-knuckle brawl on that top side.
I was taking a bit of a look, right? Because with paiN, they ran what looked to be the same pistol on Vertigo against ENCE yesterday. We had the pleasure of casting that. Now, it actually worked out in their favor, because I think Zevy went huge and got four big kills, right? It was the same strat, and ENCE actually counter-stratted it. This one here was a bit different. paiN actually just went straight up the guts of the hut, but IHC, again, are going to operate with this 4-spy scenario. Scout for Annihilation. We saw how well that worked on Inferno. Now, Annihilation and Blitz are part of this yard combo. They'll be the two tasked with main, outside, back warehouse, dropping down secret, those type of plays. Bartak over towards ramp, and Techno and Score will be locking down A. And there's a tag. They've already made it quite quickly with a lot of forces, make it 4 in total, and the bomb down towards B.
Yeah, Score may not know PKL has already slipped past, but it's certainly going to be knowledgeable, or knowledge for his teammates. Rotating in, Dark was held for a moment. Now the response is a double spray. Good impact from Score in these opening two. Annihilation, one tag, needs more from his team, and that's Blitz gone on the pistol. Just Annihilation left with a scout and half health, 3 to find, and not much hope in that regard. Don't need to rush it. Hardza, you got the bomb, Hardza, and he's going on an adventure.
No, I like that. I do like that, because sometimes teams overcomplicate it, give him too much space. He's trapped. He can't drop back. He would have fallen back into Skull. Let's just shoot him.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes the easiest way is violence, but this is curious. Score got 2 kills right there, and that was both with the MP9. You get them here in the highlight package. That's 1,200 smackaroos with the loss bonus, and he's actually opted right now to buy a silenced M4 with Kevlar. So carrying that through, I'm not sure this will be expected right here, and it might see this boost behind the CT blue box. Used to be CT red, there it is.
They got really close with Blitz on his hero AK on Inferno, so let's see if they can continue. So with PKL gone, that's the M4 shown.
And they don't know how much else is in play. That's one M4, that's really all they've seen. How many other investments are there?
Yeah. You do start to get a little more paranoid, a bit more cagey.
Well, they've called the bluff. They've all returned right now, the remaining 4 members of paiN, towards Yard.
I guess they're imagining it's going to be treated the same as you would be perhaps an AWP. You know, you've shown it, you need to reposition it.
And there it is.
There it is.
So good call. Down towards Secret silently. They'll have no idea that they've crossed here. And this ramp stack, sure, it can respond to it quite early. But if paiN use their utility wisely, which they have done, they can molly one side of ramp, they can smoke the other, they can make their way on towards B. And at that point, it should be a very easy round.
Yeah. Just got to putt it in at that point. Yes, Score has found that opening, but a nice response, and one with some initiative. They're clearing lobby, which is the quote-unquote wrong call. They'll hear the glass and realize their mistake, but as you discussed, util's good. The round, pretty much a guarantee.
Oh, Blitz is coming through this. Risky business from Blitz.
Yeah, giving it a little look, seeing what he could muster.
Okay, he's not going to kill. And another!
No, not like this, with Hardza and Skulls. Trying to get the egg off of their face. There's Techno. Ooh, no. Blitz has got the frag, and now it's all onto Skulls. Now they are low. On the bomb is Techno. Blitz, he's been hitting every shot he takes, but off the bomb, knocked off now. Skulls to come up clutch, and he's run on down. And IHC, again, impactful. Just the one rifle they came in with that. Score leaves with 3. Blitz the double to really make that a reality.
IHC, feel good ink right now. That is going to be huge for the morale. Whereas on the other side of things, paiN are the ones with the backs against the wall. They're the ones who are trying to take this to 3 maps, and they've just lost another.
How does that happen?
They're not expecting players to disrespect smokes, and that caught them out on their CT side of Inferno too. Remember, Blitz walked up mid, popped that guy over towards quad side, and this is going to feel great for IHC to win a round like that. paiN with another real bad round, unfortunately. We'll see them follow through with a force by 2 Deagles, 3 AKs up against now a fully equipped IHC.
Oh, big Sarah straight through the smoke, into the dome.
Yeah, you take those.
Yeah, let's see if These CTs are going to get too rustled. I mean, that was one of the lightest investments. It is just the Desert Eagle, but still first blood. And on to the Kingpin. Damn, Zevy pins Blitz to the wall.
Well, both teams can bop.
Got Bartak to be tested next. IHC running out of players. Big Uzera going to be the pointy end of this spear. He's ready to hit one, and that's another. 2 clicks, 2 frags. Why not make it a round? Finally cut down, but that reveals the AWP, and the round surely going to fall into place now, as only really Techno was in the vents considered if he wanted to try and be competitive for it, but it does seem like instead they're going to look to hold on to these rather expensive weapons.
I feel like the way the rounds have gone, IHC are going to make you question everything, clear every corner, take nothing for granted.
And I'm sure we're going to see Big Uzera POV, or I'd like to hope so. But just a well-placed crosshair, enough repetitions that he knows exactly where that head will be, or at least has a pretty damn good educated guess.
And nice response, though. It still will be another IHC buy coming into the next. You can see here on the right-hand side of your screen, Blitz has 3.8 before the loss bonus, Score has 3.1. Bartak, there's a bit of a conversation to be had about his purchases coming through, but he is the ramp holder, so you can always operate with an MP9. Something a little bit less potent in the purchases. And kablamo, the official sound effects on my brain not working, but the sound effects by the original Batman. Kapow.
Kapow, kachow.
Kachow. You guys got a different version.
It's only 30 minutes away.
That's true. And here it is. Bang!
Oh, yep, that'll do nicely. And so will that. Zevy providing, as well as that double from Big Uzera. It was a great shot out of Annihilation, just the top of that head showing over the box. But
feeling good about that one as well. Even a bit of a smile with the bump.
Let's see where we go from here. We're into our 5th round, and it's the closest we've seen to a full gunny. AWP in play. Annihilation, what you got for us? Smoked off, and immediate reaction is down the vents. I like this. Positioning for the knife kill. He's being a cheeky boy about it. If there was anything quick off of that smoke, makes sense.
You see how this works though, right? So Annihilation is the AWP, you're expecting him to watch yard. No point when there's a smoke wall. So Blitz, he calls now that he can't see the secret cross. Annihilation goes down the vent. He'll reposition and lock things down from the double door signs. Thank you very much, Chev. And now Blitz will drop back into a more passive position to cover off if they want to rotate around to make their way towards heaven. That means top side players, Score and Techno, will have to worry about main. So they have to worry about Hut, Squeaky, and main at this juncture. But as a top hit, pinned, and Skulls will take that one every day of the week. But Blitz with a double up out of nowhere.
Yeah, both of them down in a blink of an eye. Annihilation activates. He wants to go clear out secret, and there is going to be somebody lingering. That's the bomb carrier. Big Uzera's got, oh, sorry, Hard Sound's going to have to be very, very careful. Hard clear for Annihilation. How diligent will he be? And woof! Okay, even with the crouch and now the bomb, he screeches. Get your ass over here. Skulls not looking and clearing out the rafters, so an easy pickup for Score. Leaves Zevy in an uncomfortable 1 versus 3 and not really got the time to get too much going. Now, down the vents is nice, and it's going to be undeclared, so maybe Annihilation gets caught off here. He has got a flick in his repertoire, but if it's a one tap, not even necessary. No vision. Zevy makes it a 1v2. Best access point for Bartak down ramp. Score got vents on the brain and a duel. Insane. Zevy's got time. He's going to get the bomb down. This 1v3 goes now 1v1. A duel, a battle of wits. Zevy and Score. Opts for dark. Door open. Score, will you consider this as a boatload of nades? But he might just have to use his bullets and his brain. So much uncertainty, very loud about this. Zevy can hear him above him. A full sweep. Surely this implies dark. Surely, yeah, you can see Score's considering it. He will not clear it. And oh no! Zevy, the first 2! So gorgeous, but that one might just get under your skin.
Oh dear.
So close to brilliant. Bit of an open window for that spray.
He's going to feel that one in the morning, isn't he?
Windy.
Did all the heavy lifting there. I was a little bit more perplexed why that it wasn't more bodies already on that B site from IHC, because I know that Annihilation was playing to give them the bomb, but if you'd kept eyes on top secret, you would have known that they either have to head down towards B or go back up, and you would have caught them at either pass there. But a good attempt from Zevy here, and Score, well, he needs to count his lucky stars because he got away with that one. Up to 9 kills now. Good impact early and a nice little clutch
Bartak, he's got a lot of presence heading his way quick. Nade good, need a frag, they get 2, gets away as well. Could not have asked for more from your ramp hold. Annihilation, understandably hesitant to retake Hell. This is ballsy from Blitz and unnecessary. PKL wise to his trick, catches him out and does manage to remedy some of the damage done by their initial ramp take. And speaking of ramp take, they are still occupying that position.
It's good real estate to have here, but the fact there's 2 players lower, 2 players upper here, it would be really not advised to head down towards B, but they don't really know what lies in wait. Now that they know that Blitz is down there, assume someone has to be tasked with watching Yard. Annihilation on a bit of a search here, and wow, he's quick. That's a good shot into Skulls.
And the rest will fall nicely into place. Bartak on the clear, finds the bomb, and Big Uzera, just PKL, lobby lurk, and alone. Techno unable to finish the round there, but as good as with 15 HP, poor PKL doesn't really have too many options in front of him.
No, I don't think he's going to have a Zevy situation, is he? And look how active IHC are. Everyone keep moving around. Now, this is how you tend to open a few gaps here, but timing a Cruel Mistress, as it looks like PKL will just be saving this AK over towards Warehouse. Good to see Annihilation hitting a couple of shots, right? When he got picked up and added to this team, I believe it was from NKT, which is like meant to be like an Asian international team. I know that seems strange, but obviously I think we had like someone from South Korea. We had definitely a couple of Mongolians in there. I think Urcast and Annihilation were both in there. Cool. So, you know, mushing a few different nationalities together to try and get the best out of the region. Didn't really work out too well for them, but Annihilation, he joined this team replacing 9. And initially when you saw it, I was like, well, maybe they should have stayed with 9, right. You know? But Annihilation here so far today has had some really good moments, some good openings. Bartak here over towards ramp as well. Remember, Cabal can't be here, so Bartak, the substitute, standing in and just has to fill that void and do the best he can. And look, he's doing all right, right? He's definitely had some moments where his kills have had impact, and right there is another example. Let's see what paiN can do with this one saved AK-47 in the hands of the Picklemeister himself.
PKL's already got himself across and unspotted. And information has not been relayed, and therefore there is something to be said about this play.
Ooh, down the vent. Might be a little bit dicey here. Blitz, you're about to get sidelined, blindsided bullet. Well, not in the side of the head, but definitely on the side of the body. That's a rude shock.
Yeah, now Bartak's got a bit of a rock and a hard play situation. He has to deal with ramp, and, well, consider it dealt with. This shot out of Annihilation, still not too much trouble. And PKL, yeah, his element of surprise continues up the ramp and puts it into Bartak. Recovered M4 for Zevy, no armor on that, susceptible to the punch. Shots a finish. Okay, IHC up to 4. paiN still 3. A good haul to start off the OT campaign. The pistol certainly has helped, but let's see if IHC can really lock it down now, as we should be seeing a threatening round out of paiN.
Yeah, it's going to be very rifle heavy here. Now, I want everybody to note quite quickly, PKL, who has one of the back spawns, has actually opted to operate with a MAC-10. If he had one of the best spawns, maybe a fast top or a vent drop, so I'm curious to see how this is deployed here. Galil's AKs, and there's that double from Bartak over towards ramp, so good stuff from him in multiple rounds now. Locking down the threat, he attack. His name is Bartak. You love to see it.
And they push. They do like to push.
So the MAC-10 outside, curious. Very curious here from PKL. I guess he prioritized the utility here.
Don't fancy the MAC-10's chances against an AWP, though.
I guess the bonus is he doesn't have head armor. But in terms of thickness for the quickness, the AWP should be winning this one. Setting up the smoke walls here, you can see the conversation coming through. Yep, I don't have a smoke, or I don't have that lineup. What are you throwing? What am I throwing? Here you go.
Just do it for me, mate. Smoke's in the sky.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no.
Oh dearie me.
That's nearly a frag on to score. Down to 8 HP. Still, 4 versus 5. IHC looking to maintain this advantage, and only just by a Nat's wing they do so. Score repositions and just smoking off main, creeping out of the squeaky door. This is a great incendiary to force fights. We need to see the swing score so low and couldn't get a bullet down range. One might have cut it. But now loud up to heaven is Bartek. We'll have attention drawn there momentarily. Annihilation to crawl in from main. Waiting for the cue. Bartek's got the lineup for a pop. I like this from Skulls. Why not with the low HP? Take a little bit of a gamble to perhaps close the round or deny this retake. That's big from Big Uzera. Appropriate. Blitz. Makes it good on his promise. And now this flank should have the round, especially with a bang. And there you go. Skulls will put the cherry on top for a fully level game. 4-4. Those AKs do pay off.
That's a big kill from Hanzal there, right? Especially on the score. I know he's low, but you could see it from Score's perspective. He could have had a double, right? If he wasn't hard cleared, could have made a few more issues for paiN Gaming and maybe not the rounds. And this is where IHC have been pummeled down in the financial department here to have to make a few omissions in the buy. 2 pistols, 3 M4s. This is the fight I'm talking about. So Techno, the incendiary's good, but they wanted to take that fight, and the kill from Hanzal there on that clear. Very, very important. And PKO enjoyed that one. So keeping the boys fired up, and this time the smoke wall works.
Yeah, and it's rather swift. Blitz, he might be right behind him if he's not careful. Clears it now. Will he consider the secret steps? An early descent. PKL holding for this reclear. This is, oh, barrel. Barrel betrayed. PKL can do nothing about that.
Annihilation's rotated. Bartek has help.
He's going to need it. Flash is good. Oh, and Skulls does go down to that 5-7. Again, Bartek, he's passing every test on this ramp position, nearly all 3. One to the head leaves Big Uzera's ears ringing. And that's not a game I think you really want to play. Big Uzera, he's gone for the AWP when you're at 4 HP. Why not get that instant kill? 1 shot, 1 kill, but 3 to find. Far off on his first shot. This is the pulls on Big Uzera, hoping for the no-scope. Up off the ladder. IHC, though, it does seem like they will return to their winning ways. Of course, 4 of the last 5 rounds going the CT's way.
I wouldn't mind a bit of a timeout here from paiN. I know it's still quite early here within this first half of play. Actually, we're at about the midpoint. Next round, they should get enough for a bye. But just to, at least discuss the next few rounds, how we want to attack things. Take a bit of a breather here because this half does feel like it's gone quite quick, and another really good play here from Bartek. I thought after the first, I was like, yeah, job done, right? If you're that ramp player, you have support, really good work. But the fact he gets another kill and even the dink on the 5th and final member of Big Uzera.
He's probably done enough to, force them to change any sort of bullying ramp plan they may have had.
Exactly. That's where I wanted to go with that conversation, because if you thought that the new boy was going to be a weak link, he showed that he hasn't been. Multi-kills in multiple rounds. That's all you need to do to scare them and send them back off into the other site, probing yard, probing top, as they will be doing some more smokes. The timing a little bit off here. That molly has subsided here. The boost needs to be quick, and they are up. So ramp again.
Okay, well, Bartek, we might have a friend hidden in the rafters. Bartek will take 3. An unretrievable rifle, but certainly an AK, thanks to Blitz. Can't find the other one. You have to boost for it. They might consider it. Why not?
Plenty of time for this as well, so they can recover this Silent Stem 4. Now both equipped, and even PKO with some Kevlar. No head armor, however. And we've seen how active IHC tend to be in these rounds. There's a lot of moving around. If you just look at the radar, you can see 0 and 9. That's Annihilation and Techno both just having some glances. They're not quite sure where paiN have gotten off to yet. There's been no signal since the initial exchange over towards ramp.
So there's a lot of dark spots. You can see Techno holding heaven and that putt push. Now we see some movement. With 30 seconds left, paiN have set their sights on B. Responsibility of score, and I think he heard something. He's definitely caught a whiff. Oh, and the lineup, just like that. 2 seconds of spray, and the round is theirs. IHC up to 6 now. And paiN Gaming, yeah, I think we can be scratch ramp off of the list. I just don't think that is going to be the most successful avenue of assault.
Surprisingly, one of their more successful rounds going towards ramp as well, right?
Yeah,
so in terms of the focus of just that one round, 2 kills on a very light purchase like this, pretty good, right? But I'm with you. I feel that you should at least be warded off until you force a rotation. Get someone down secret, right? Make sure you can get that warehouse presence.
Even a cheeky vent drop, anyone got a good spawn? Let's test that util. Top site has been having very quiet starts, other than perhaps I think we've seen Molly towards CT vent and a kill onto Techno. We've seen that Deagle shot from Big Uzera, but other than that, there's been very little kind of early contact. in the lobby to top side fight.
And this is one of the things that we do see with teams who are coming from smaller regions, right? And I can't say Brazil's a small region by any means, but definitely not established teams who
Less
are competing.
established, that's fair.
Yeah, so one of the things you do see is util thrown with intent of an expectation, but without actually doing anything to force that expectation. Because in Europe, there's a reason things are respected, right? But over here, if you just throw the nades and expect there to be the standard movement, that's not always the case. As you see Techno here, he really wants to guard against this vent drop. That's why they have the extinguish. That's why he's flushed forward here. And they skulls through the smoke. Blitz goes down. That is easy as you like.
But will they expect it to be clear? You could be lulled into the idea. Oh, not anymore. Heard that one. A lot of very successful smoke sprays throughout this game. Intuition on point. Good flash. Forces that top silo position off on A.
There are mollies available here, but it's on PKL whose yard, which has just been used, and whoa, Techno just steps out into the fight.
Okay, CT's change of plan. They were considering a bit of an aggression towards Trophy, but now rejigging it.
Workable now, though, for IHC.
I mean, yeah.
Look where scored, just straight in the grave of Techno.
It could be uncleared. Not anymore, it won't. Messy on that one. Score unable to provide, and PKL quick to eliminate Annihilation. 6 now to 5. paiN back with the T round. They have been quite sporadic. We've had the most T rounds we've seen in consecutive fashion was the pistol in its second round. We haven't since then seen paiN string 2 together. Let's see if perhaps round 12 can be the exception.
Yeah, it feels like maybe they should have had a couple more, right? They lost that solo Score M4 in the third round. Score also won that clutch where Zevy, he did all the hard work to win the 1-on-3 and then was unable to convert against a falling Score. And again, fewer missions. Let's see if IHC can do it once more.
Careful now, Blitz. He did concede a nasty death previous.
PKL saw 2. Mouth movement, saw the position of Credit Card and Blitz on the aggress.
Yeah, and immediately Chef has the same thought as I'm sure paiN do. That sounds good. 2 yards, you say? Could be uncomfortable. Feels uncomfortable. Oh, and Annihilation. Doesn't really get many more of those. A pot shot taken and run on down. Now just that very potent 5-7. Skulls though. 2 on the ramp. The rest were M4s, and I think the easiest option here is just to go ahead and press F12 to save.
Very close here with 2 players already lower, and I don't think they're expecting that Score. If you got that kill, maybe there's a chance to get into things.
They're going for it. Big frag, big down. Now hearts out. Oh dear. Collapsing. The M4s make it look too easy. PKL's nowhere near.
I think the body language right there says a whole lot here.
Oh, wow. That was a catastrophe. And yeah, they're going to do a 10-second defuse, and Blitz is going to laugh at you. Okay.
I said that you have to start expecting everything. It's actually getting planted open. And the reason they can do that is because of the molly that lands bottom of the stairwell. But that had faded with that exchange. So as the digits get punched, the door swings open. They forget about the players over towards window. They remove one from the site for free. We'll take that. Thank you very much. Then they win both duels towards the window side. Skulls is already low. He doesn't want to fight. And this is after this opening towards ramp where Skulls gets the double up. So Blitz and Score in combination just absolutely ruin things here. And frustrations must be at an all-time high for paiN right now.
You can feel it.
This is over the course of 2 maps. Way too many micro mistakes here that are costing them some really key, crucial rounds against IHC.
And there's nothing more frustrating than being close to that next elevation. That was elevation and evolution combined. Either or.
Both work.
Yeah.
Look at Bartak. He's got an aggressive over towards ramp here. So he'll be quick to the chase if they do hit top, which they're currently posturing for. They've thrown yard smokes, misdirection, but here comes the top play. Zevy's molly backside flashes will be into. Bartak, shoot him. Please.
You're making me. No, they're coming. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! They have no idea! Free from Bartak! The substitute just wrecks house! The trigger discipline. He's 18 years old. That's mad. 1 would have been fine, but 3, that's round defining.
As soon as my teammates would have called that top pit, I'm killing that first and I'm swinging wide. He has just put IHC in the position to win out the half here. This is paiN's pick. This is for survival. This is to take on Furia tomorrow in a spot in the group stage here at IEM Katowice. And Bartak, he steps up.
Baller. Absolute baller. And body bagger.
Still got to make good on the promise right now. Everybody from IHC still towards the upper deck. 25 seconds, lower sight. About to be under scrutiny. Blitzers exploring, seeing nothing home. They need to start rotating over. paiN, Big Zero, and PKL still have a chance at this. Vent rotation no longer possible.
Yeah, but ramp is, and that's where Blitz will occupy. Does get a glimpse of that bomb. Would love to soften up Big Zero. Nade looks good. Destined for glory. So is PKL, though. Reposition in red. Lovely find. Blitz will catch the aggression of PKL. Puts Big Uzera in a dire strait. 3 to find and going for the round the world. This is pretty good if he can catch the right timing. If they do tickle the bomb, he may fluster and rush things. They've just come from double doors. You're not going to be ready. Okay, score with an adjustment and a quickie. IHC running away now, and Bartak is he's definitely getting a heavy pat on the back after that one.
Yeah, good stuff. Look, he is dying a lot. He has 12 deaths, right? He has the second highest amount of deaths in the server. It's 13 on Big Zero on the other side, but he has 15 kills, and here's 3 of them right here, right now, to practically secure the round for IHC. Massive stuff. Everything he needed to do and more right there from the young gun, and then Score and Blitz, well, they'll find the final 2. And look at this. Round after round, you make a compilation of frustration. I think right now, paiN are helping to find that. They move into the next round to play round 14 with a half buy. They want to get the full purchases out for round 15, but could even be a 10-5 for IHC here as down the vent Big Zero. He finds that gap you were talking about.
We haven't seen this actually once yet, and I'm not sure Score is all too wise to this. Bartak, we talked about his deaths. Well, he could be having a very frustrating one handed his way from behind. A forward position. Annihilation with a resmoke, but Annihilation's not going to be ready for this either. This has legs now. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. A potential double. Annihilation's left, but the first is found. Ramp is theirs, and a flash to stop that rotation. They can get the bomb down, perhaps. Annihilation catches one, or at least a glimpse of a descending T. It's Zevy, whose blood has been boiling. Annihilation down. PKL puts his name in the feed. Score has just done it again. A triple. Making a quad kill. Walking through the smoke. Disrespect by every definition. PKL would have to find another 2. Just taking it in turns to stamp paiN's ticket. And deny their dreams of further play. 9 now for the CT side.
I think I'm going to ask the question that I'm sure paiN will ask, where the hell did Score come from, right? Because you've already got the player who's gone down lower. Sure, I know there was a bit of a pause before the play came in from Big Zero on that kill, but immediately comes in. They take the lower site. They've already killed multiple members who are trying to deal with this, and then Score just comes out through the smoke again, not expecting these pushes. The problem of paiN, they're just giving way too many opportunities to IHC. One more time, smokes are not walls, and they keep treating them exactly that way.
Yeah, and I think that's a memo that's been passed on in IHC. Like, lads, smokes are a bit of a playmaking potential against these guys. They're not looking.
Look at the confidence of Bartak now. He's slowly...
Oh, mate, Zevy's going to be so tilted. Never mind that round and all the reactions before. He's the opening death now.
Oh.
Honestly, I think we've just slowly witnessed someone's mental be shattered, like piece by piece extracted over the course of Inferno and this first half of Nuke. That's not a fun death either.
Feels like they're trudging through the mud right now, doesn't it, paiN? You know, talking about playing your own game, well, right now you're not being allowed to play a whole lot. 5 rounds, it's definitely serviceable on their map choice. They will get the opportunity to defend after the break here.
Yeah, I mean, five is workable. It's just the way in which we've got there is the problem.
Precisely. And remember, survival, so you have the added pressure of the stakes.
Yeah, and the interview we heard from paiN, it was the sentiment of feeling like the first day we were getting a bit caught up in the moment, a bit distracted, a bit unable to fully immerse ourselves. But if not now, when? Big Uzera. Does look like he'll fall to a Techno M4, and a 10-5 half, as discussed, has been locked on in paiN. Need to bounce back. I don't know what kind of team talk you can give them, but it has to be good. Will we see a third? Find out with us when we return. Howdy folks, it's a big one. Nuke, second map of this series, and the winner will meet Furia in order to secure a spot at the main event of Katowice 2023. IHC swapping sides, a 10-round haul, and it was a convincing one. paiN with the pistol and a couple of smatterings of success. It's left them with 5. Coming into the defense, a pistol certainly would go a long way. You see them equipped with a kit, so Skulls perhaps anticipating a full exec into a plant and retake. We do see early util being deployed and trudging towards the ramp position. Some shots hit and Skulls the one to find the head. Okay, 3 back, Bartak again. Everyone from IHC has no issues on those jewels.
Okay, well, this was a very important round if you don't know the importance of a pistol in a matchup, and paiN have been obliterated. Annihilated would probably be a very good word for this one, as the techno music is playing. It's a specific score done by a artist, Blitz Bartak.
Not bad.
Thank you.
Or actually, maybe we use his Bartak's full name. That's even more techno and gangster. Yeah.
Well, what can you say about this one?
I think everything we have said is what we can say.
Well, if this continues to go in this direction, so let's do a little bit of future-proofing right here. The winner of this will be taking on Furia tomorrow for a spot in the main group. And actually, if IHC are able to default and at least be as strong individually with the multi-kill potential against a very aggressive Art and Co, right, their default style might work quite nicely about at least those opening moves, but then you have to deal with Quesarado and Yuri.
Yeah, and I do think certainly on an individual basis, they'll have a harder time, but I'm not sure about Furia handling people pushing smokes. I don't know.
That's true. There has been a lot of out-of-the-box moves from IHC, right, in terms of the multi-kills when they know they have to make a play. And, okay, that's some chip damage onto Blitz. 3 players lower with pistols and a smoke to stall them out for now. Blitz and Annihilation do not have to continue forward, and I think they feel like job has been done, at least in cornering off any Ts who have made the cross.
I really like how IHC are approaching this round. You know, it's potentially a threatening force. You've got people parked in secret who can do a variety of different things, and now you smoke lockers and you start to crawl. Bartak into main, knocking on the door. Considering his options, knows that smoke is up, wants to try and profit and pose and posture.
Good info as well. Spotted 2 players here.
Oh, info. That's info. Crap. Oh, and fragged. Nice. Skulls. Eliminated. Bartak provides. He is at the top of the scoreboard and driving right now.
He's gone down to Zevy in the meantime, so an AK is loose to try and scoop on up, but Score here to make sure that isn't possible. Zevy wants to find another, and Score transitions back. He gets the info and gets away. Down towards the lower deck with the bomb. Okay,
Annihilation does get the info. God, they're getting some dud hands for sure and timing.
AK scooped up here, but... Oh,
hello?
I'll eat my words. Nice shot from Big Zero, but I think they have to save this. This force, it meant an awful lot, and now that it hasn't been converted, they need to hold on to whatever goodies they have. I'm sure that Zevy would love to see if he can get this Galil as well. That's going to be at least 4 pieces of weaponry carried through into the next round. There it is, scooped up, but the Hunt is aware, and Big Zero does get another one. So, continuing to make this costly. Another opportunity for paiN. I think they will have to force again in the next round if they want any shot at contesting this map. So with these weapons, you can consider these deagles cross to other, drop to other teammates, and there's at least 4 players with something.
Is the fact that Zevy was a bit more financially conscious, I guess in pursuit of a potential AWP, does that mean that this could be a bit more threatening? What does he get left with? 3,800, no armor, blah.
So he could drop an M4 here, right? So there are some options as far as the buy department goes, but right now we're not seeing a heavy investment. I thought they might just want to shove all in again. So here's essentially what's going to happen. They have a decent looking round. Right? They're going to have these AK the Galil and some upgraded pistols. They're not going to fully invest behind it, which means next round will be a buy round regardless. So this round is quite heavily, round 18, in the favor of IHC to secure 13, put themselves 3 rounds away. And then that means paiN are going to have to bring it back from 13-5, and that's not the way you want to open up the account. One of the rifles already down, Big Zero removed.
Does just feel like it's, yeah, reminiscent of that second half of Inferno where things just started to really just evaporate. For paiN, PKL always remaining a threat. Blitz taken down on his cross. Annihilation has slipped though.
I don't think the smoke landed quite exactly where they wanted this one to. The CT's... Sorry, that's a CT smoke. I thought it was a T smoke for a second. I take my words back. It landed exactly where paiN wanted it to land. And hopefully these shots too. Let's keep this series going. Third map overpass. Zevy lines up 2.
Uh-oh. Problems! PKL and Zevy combine to put up some resistance, convincing resistance on that ramp take. Techno perhaps in a little bit of a false sense of security, rounding the corner with a nade in his hands and pulling the pin, knocked off of his.
They hurried that a little bit, didn't they? Right? I think IHC were slightly behind the rotation. When you have a player down in secret, you think, okay, if we can just get ramped, then we can combine the 2 and all the rotation points should be cut off. But here, just flubbing their lines, running into both the rifles.
The restraint on Hardzao, by the way.
Yeah. Can I have a gun, please?
I know it's mine. I'm going to pick it up. It's like, you know, you've made the order at Argos, but you have to still go and get it.
And now he's got it.
There we go.
Everybody can feel a bit more peace. 2 Galils and AKs, respectively, here. So that's a great conversation starter here for the paiN comeback.
I would be willing to have that conversation.
Okay.
But I'd need to see a couple in a row at least. Let's see if the paiN Gaming boys can really just set up a defense, a bit of a brick wall. I'd like to see IHC scratching their heads. I'd like to see them have to try something different. You know, if they just go to their standard spread and end up finding the picks and finding the fights that lead to those rounds, I am going to struggle to see paiN Gaming put up a fight. And I think the framing I wanted to return to as well was also just talking about the fact that they are perhaps in their own heads a little. paiN need to remind themselves rounds like that would do you know, a world of good in order of shaking off this idea that we can't play our game today or yesterday.
To the easiest other map. Sure, you need to worry about rotations when the smoke walls come in, but this is where individually put your crosshair in the right direction and make sure that they can't take your bomb site. And a timeout has just been called by IHC to have the discussion, right? When you save one AK-47 and everybody else can't really buy, it is a good option to have a bit of a chit-chat. So Mara giving them a strategy to run into round 19 with. They have force bought. There are some smokes in play, and I would expect to see a smoke wall up to at least force these rotations. But look at the buy for paiN. It is looking very, very tidy here. Top explodes, so smoke wall. PKL calls the bluff. It's all clear. Really for naught, isn't it?
It's a lot of info. All of those nades, as you said. What was the game they made us play as kids? Statues, was it? Something like that?
Musical statues.
Musical statues, yeah.
Oh, no music right now.
Yeah, for sure. And a third smoke. Surely this means the CTs could have rejigged the setup there. It's suspicious that you've smoked the door 3 times and nothing else has happened anywhere.
Yeah.
No?
It is very problematic right now. So IHC, because they were unable to make the smoke wall convincing, right? They have no idea how much information there is. PKL knows that yard's completely clear. So 1 ramp, 1 yard, 3 top. Still going to be trading, however.
Here they come. And down he goes. Techno the first to fall. Skulls on those rafters to be swung upon. Big Uzera with him. And just like that, they will dissolve up to these last 2. Blitz and Score. And sprayed on down by PKL. Well managed to close. paiN Gaming, that one again. 2 in a row now. And this equally is convincing.
Yeah, and that shows you the power of information right there. So we saw it land towards yard. We saw PKL's position. At that point, paiN do not have to move. They know exactly what's going on. And as you astutely pointed out, those smokes towards door, that's one of the easier points late in a round where the Ts can walk out and take some jewels. Well, if you smoke it for, we're talking practically 60 seconds combined right there,
Yeah.
you're really going to have a rough go of things. And now IHC down to just a deagle. We'll make it 2. Score, door open, and, well, PKL, again, same position, same result. Cheeky. Techno had a Zeus right there and just get mopped up here. Everybody having some around like this on the paiN side of things.
No fun to be had here.
They win the next gun round, conversation for the comeback is back on, right? Because IHC at that point, they have to start really bringing out all the stops as far as the T side is concerned. Just annihilation here. That'll be that. Now, we did have a period of time on Inferno where it was like this for IHC, especially on that T half, their first half. There was 4 consecutive rounds where they didn't get a kill.
Yes, that's right.
So they know what it feels like to get blanked.
Let's see if they can shake it off.
Techno with this MAC-10. One of the better spawns, again, prioritizing util here. We've actually had $700 left over, so interested to see how they want to wield this. Looks like Squeaky and Zevy. I don't know how much you saw, but they're dead.
Oh, he's actually missed it. Ooh. Can't build upon it, and it's Techno and Score that fill the feed for IHC. paiN's hopes and dreams of the comeback now hinge on two. Hardzao and PKL. He was right to try and clear close. This is a very wise move from Score to be so alert. Heard Hardzao and hurt him too. IHC handle it. That Techno opener as well.
The double with the MAC-10. I'm sitting here going, all right, what's he going to do with that? And just peels open this top site. So gets them in, gets them the round, and gets it done. PKL, sure, he's having a great game here. 17 kills to his name. Had a really good showing as well over there on Inferno, 22 kills. And he loses it all to Annihilation, who was indeed the top fragger on Inferno with 24. So locking horns again. Not done yet, though. Still 3 more rounds required for IHC. Heading down the home stretch for the Mongolian side.
Interestingly enough, Chad, that was Techno's first opening kill of Nuke.
Okay. He's been throwing his body on the line in a couple of these key rounds here, so good to see him finally convert one. It's never easy being the first man in.
Does it count as an opening kill? Because Zevy did just get the first kill, didn't he? Yeah.
Well, his
the first kill for him.
For the T side.
The team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go with that. Oh! Thought he was going to pull the trigger. Zevy opts for the incendiary. And he's lucky. He's so lucky to be alive. Never mind fragging Blitz. Unable to make good of that flash and push. Techno, Dink exchange his guns just better. The Kalashnikov finds PKL. Hardzao on the cross, takes down Techno. Need to see lockdown of that ramp position. Score is still all the way in guard and cleared. Big Uzera leaps forward for paiN.
We've seen them flub rounds like this before.
They cannot.
They have to win this.
This would be unforgivable. If they all stand still for 20 seconds, I might start pulling out my hair. It happened already. It can't happen again. And there you have it. Big Uzera eliminates the threat on the stairs. Only one. It's Bartak, substitute, and dead. As paiN will make it 9. Convincing on the CT side, at least here in round 22.
That exchange, though, towards Warehouse, I think, is the entire round right there. If Blitz kills Zevy, then the round, I think, going to fall in the favor of IHC, because Techno just absolutely blew off the head of PKL towards lower, and they were in. But the fact that Zevy gets that exchange, and then they're able to rotate down Score as that loose end gets swept up quite quickly here. A good round there from paiN. But if IHC were paying attention, Hardzao also got a kill with an AWP as part of this. Now that's telling me double orb setup in play. Do we want to try and punish this? A top pop or a later top play with the orbs having a retake is going to be very difficult.
Oh, you're a geek. I wonder if they heard that or thought about that too. Certainly would be an effective strat. This looks quick. This looks bad for Score. Poor guy. Run down, smoked, spammed. Eliminated. Zevy versus Annihilation. Nice on the wide. Actually baits the shot. Or rather, misses the shot. Zevy. I think Techno might have gotten away with that on the jiggle from the CT vent player.
No one is considering this right now, but you must have a pretty good idea that once the smoke's up, that it's always possible, right? You normally communicate, yeah, hey, look, this could happen.
Right.
The problem is, Techno can only control the vent rotation. They will play behind the smoke wall, and PKL might get flashed through. He's talking a lot here.
Yeah, I think Zevy's going in a position to throw it.
They got to run through this.
Oh my god, the health. Bartak Blitz down to 20 HP apiece. Annihilation catching flak as well. And they're making no secret of this descent to the lower site, but it does look like a plant could be possible. It's up to Hardzao. Tucks himself in, and so do 3 more members of this paiN Gaming squad. Hardzao into the smoke, into Techno's chest. And it's the skulls to the final flourish. Annihilation, giving it a good go. Still supportive. This is a CT side that could forge a comeback.
Unless, yeah, right. He's sharp. He's hitting some shots.
He's
but
a scary one.
That one would have been a masterful round right there from Blitz. So double digits with paiN now. Only 3 rounds. Well and truly back in this. Should be another one added not too far away, as IHC don't have a whole lot of money to be spending right here, but quiet scenes from the IHC camp just there, investing into some util, a little bit of pistol upgrade, some Kevlar too. They know the loss bonus will be in their favor next round for a full buy. So trying to keep as many rounds threatening as possible. make sure that paiN can't continue this spree, which has now been 5 of the last 6.
Yeah, you might get your pace change here. Admittedly, not against the double AWPs anymore, but Skull seems rather ready for it. Their setup seems rather ready for it. Those musical statues again.
There's a heart molly available and a back sight molly.
Skulls is going to get a bit hot and bothered here if the molly lands, and it hasn't. Stands and bangs, and burning now. Bartak, good for the rundown. Annihilation makes things interesting as a 2v2 emerges, and if only one more headshot could have been found, Score might have been able to manage the 1v1.
He can plant at least. This is a win. As far as this buy goes, getting this plant, this is a big win.
$800 each.
And he's away.
Yeah, this gets really fruity if he can just somehow manufacture a favorable duel. Zevy and Hardzal on the way together. They likely want to stay hip to hip here.
Is he getting a gun from topside? He is. Ladder noise made. I'm not sure if they heard this.
I don't think they were far. I think they were too far away. But this is a baller move to go and get the gun. Zevy takes the duel. Some serious attempt there from Score. I've got to give him some respect for the retrieval.
Yeah, you could see in Nuke's press for time, that little step giving that away right there. But if he had just played with that Tech 9 in the scenario, maybe not as guaranteed. You see him trying to think outside of the box and trying to finish off that 1-on-2. But as I said, the plant was pretty good. They were able to get 3 kills. Bomb goes down. It was a partial investment right there, so still threatening. And it looked, as you mentioned, like a good setup from paiN Gaming towards top that was almost toppled. But some nice shots, that Deagle right there. We catch that on the tail end of this hit. Very tidy stuff. And Score with the heads up thinking to drop down that vent. Felt like the back sight molly was a little bit late. The hut molly had already plumed. And at this point, it made things a little bit more... Okay, NASA. Space program here is back underway.
Damn nuclear experiments.
Everyone's got some superpowers.
People are bouncy now. Space boots.
Flubber.
Ooh, good movie. Robin Williams, rest in peace.
They have to act quicker here. Because last time they got spammed, you can see the stall out again. Bartek, this is a massive exchange.
Yeah, and executed by virtue of the flashbang. Couldn't really have a rebuttal. That's nice from Techno. That's better. Big Uzera meets his fate as well. Nearly the collapse from Zevy. Run down from Blitz. They have that sight. They've missed their molly. Still Heaven a threat. Hardzal fancies his chances. Does he want to take this duel now? He knows the bomb's going down. It's only the 1v1 and doesn't. Instead, he's on a timer now. Score is closing that vice behind him. Likely won't ascend until necessary. Should be 14 for IHC. How do you get in? They've covered all their bases. And up he flies. Score times it well. PKL, probably best case, is holding on to that weapon.
Yeah, you can see he considers that now. Right, you got to do some quick maths with your teammates' money here. Skulls with 2K, but I don't think this is going to happen. Look at Blitz already up on the silo. PKL oversteps the mark. He's going to lose absolutely everything here. Blitz on low HP, can't drop on top of main to force this fight. PKL stays tucked. Bomb goes off, and he will hold on to that M4. So fortunate for PKL. There's enough money here for Zevy to buy an AWP and drop a rifle for Skulls. So as far as the buy goes, it's important here for paiN, but the ramifications are being felt of that Tech 9 round previously. Right, their cash is a little bit lower than they would have liked, but this is mental. They're just so not ready for this, and both players feel like they should be. Techno just comes at the heart off the back of that flash, gets 2 kills, and again, the frustration from Zevy, you see it on his face almost every time.
Yeah, but I mean, this time, entirely understandable when you take a look at the score. You are a map down, 3 rounds behind, 2 rounds away from elimination. That is, if IHC can manufacture victory. Different setup again. Let's see how this one shapes up. Blitz starting his crawl through the yard. No war. Initially contesting, and that's a fight that PKL does not want to take. Blitz owns him. Zevy, the perpetually frustrated, now has to do a lot. Oh, and the crosshair is bang on. Blitz just certainly a sentient being, aware. And Big Uzera needs both of these. Looking the wrong way. Nice angle for one, but yeah, Bartak will use the numbers, find the trades, and now perhaps only 1 round from paiN Gaming's elimination here.
There it is, Score with another massive kill. You've got to recount right now. 25 for Score, 22 for Bartak, the substitute in for Cabal, having an absolute field day out here. His impact throughout this map. Blitz with some important openings in the last couple, 19. So IHC, survival, all but secured here. You have to look forward and think about the match against Furia tomorrow. We're talking about making the mark. Well, Furia, that's going to be a name with this default heavy style that we've seen from IHC that maybe, just maybe, with the confidence they're going to get from this victory, they're ready to go toe-to-toe because the firepower, we've seen it in the server today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Furia IHC might be a bit of a banger. Oh, Techno gets down. Hardzao onto Blitz, long range on that 5-7. There is still the glimmer of hope. Bartak the one to try and dash it. And Techno using that low HP to be a little bit pushy. Clearing things out, getting some frags. The element of surprise makes that 1 HP sing as PKL 100 health ripped from him.
Skulls is chasing Ghost right now. Annihilation is below him, but this is going to be a hard fight to find in the kill feed. It has been found. The Techno on low HP does go down 2v3.
Okay, advantage now for the CTs. They have to hold on to this with a firm grasp. Bomb's head in heaven. What's the setup to break? Pushing lobby makes sense, certainly a possibility. Main can respond as well.
Look at all these nades. A couple of smokes.
Okay, main smoke,
play.
smoke hard, could be good.
Block a couple of choke points here, get that bomb down, and IHC, they could rip this out of paiN's hands.
He's got the smoke kit. Could be interesting. They're quite happy to play for this retake. Use your numbers. And they will. Hardzao's recovered an AK, coming up. Secret, Skulls has been spotted. That's unfortunate. But still, don't forget that kit in play. As long as Skulls is there.
He just dropped the smoke down. There could be a resmoke towards main here. Remember, time an issue for paiN on retakes.
Does this really end in a retake scenario? There goes Skulls. There goes the kit. Big Uzera taking his sweet time. Score, looks away, still wins the duel, and it's all on to Hardzao. He needs the frag, and he needs the kit. He has to run in to get it. Bartak's toying with him, playing the sound, playing the cues, and this one is over. Hardzao hasn't got the time. paiN haven't got the round. IHC knock him out.
Huge again from Bartak here on Nuke, the substitute, coming on in and putting in a massive haul, clutching things out. That has to feel good. Not seeing the smiles on the faces right here, right now, but that is beautiful stuff from IHC and paiN. Well, on the other side of things, they'll be feeling a bit of that. Frustrations throughout. Eliminated here from the IEM Katowice play-ins for 2023.
Yeah, that's tough. A loss, best of one against ENCE, and a good-looking ENCE at that. Some individual